I want to get back a little bit to that Seattle-Atlanta game. Of the four games this weekend, it is by far the fourth game, I think, on a lot of people's radars. And yet, I think it's going to be an exciting game. I think this game probably won't have a lot of defense, despite the fact that we know both teams can play defense. I think the quarterbacks and the offenses involved, at least from my perspective, we might see a shootout there. But let's get you to weigh in on that since you're the expert here. What are your thoughts as far as what we can see between the Seahawks and Falcons?
Well, I'm very excited for that game. I know a lot of eyes are going to be on the Packers and Cowboys for all the reasons we just mentioned a second ago. I am very excited for the Seahawks and Falcons. I love watching the Seahawks and Russell Wilson and Richard Sherman in the postseason. I understand a lot of people are going to look at Matt Ryan's postseason record with only one victory. That, of course, coming against Seattle back in 2012. They're going to use that against him. He's playing out of his mind as well. Kyle Shanahan, I play this joke on Twitter and on Facebook Live sometimes with readers. Outside of Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu, Matt Ryan is basically the MVP thrown to 6 or 7 other guys that you've probably never heard of, and then everybody comes back, okay, Taylor Gabriel and Austin Hooper. Then only a few people come back with that. What he has been able to do has been very impressive. They have so many weapons. Shanahan has figured out a lot of defense's weaknesses and tried to exploit those. I also understand that Atlanta's flown under the radar largely this season. They've only had 2 games on national television. One of those games happened to be a Monday night game that also went up against the first Clinton and Trump debate. And so a lot of people nationally have not seen these Falcons in a very long time, right? They haven't been to the playoffs since 2012. They've only had really one nationally televised game that people maybe have tuned in for. They see their record. They saw that they gave the game away to Kansas City, that they lost at home to the Chargers. This Falcons team is very, very good. They're the number 2 seed for a reason. They could very well, if we talked about the Packers earlier beating Dallas, they probably will be hosting the NFC title game with a win against Seattle. So I am not at all sleeping on these Falcons. In fact, like I said earlier, I have the Falcons winning this game because of their offensive firepower. I don't think you can win a shootout against the Falcons the way Matt Ryan's playing and how Kyle Shanahan's leading this offense.